had survived the sinking. Now they sat in a boat barely large enough to hold them. No shore was in sight. The sea asked only one question: would they keep rowing for one another? After their ship had disappeared beneath the waves, 4 men found themselves adrift in a small boat. A captain, injured yet determined, an oiler, strong and silent, a cook, still hopeful despite exhaustion, and a correspondent, accustomed to observing life rather than struggling against it. The ocean surrounded them without beginning or end. Its vastness made every conversation seem impossibly small. The little boat rose and fell with each passing wave. Sometimes the horizon promised rescue, sometimes it disappeared entirely. No one could say which was more difficult to endure. They rode when strength remained. They rested when they could not. Each man accepted his turn at the oars without complaint, for survival had quietly replaced every other ambition. The sea offered no explanations. It neither hated nor favored them. It simply existed, immense and indifferent. The men began noticing one another more carefully. Not titles, not professions, not social standing, character. The captain, despite his pain, continued encouraging the others. The cook preserved what little hope he possessed. The correspondent learned that courage often appears not as confidence, but as endurance, and the oiler, who asked for nothing, worked harder than anyone. Daylight faded, night returned, then morning once more. Time itself seemed measured only by light and water. Again and again they believed the shore had finally appeared. Again and again the sea refused their certainty. At last, land emerged clearly before them. The breakers crashed violently between the boat and the beach. There remained only one choice. They abandoned the little boat and entered the surf. Each man struggled against waves stronger than himself. When the ordeal finally ended, 3 reached the shore. The oiler did not. The strongest among them had been claimed by the sea. No explanation arrived. No justice revealed itself. Only silence. Later, the survivors looked back upon the water. The sea had offered no justice. It had taken the strongest among them and returned the others. Yet inside that small boat, every title had fallen away. What remained was the simple human duty to keep rowing for one another.
Nature did not judge them. It did not ask who was strongest, who was most deserving, or whose life carried the greatest value. It offered no justice, only circumstance. And within that indifference, the men discovered something the ordered world so often conceals. Character is not the title we carry, the place we occupy, or the value others assign to us. It is what remains when those measures disappear. The social shackles began with the ways the world defines a life. It ends here, where every definition has been washed away. and only our shared humanity remains. Our third journey now reaches its end, but every ending within the verse is also an invitation to read, to reflect, and perhaps to return, seeing the world a little differently than before. Our third journey ends here, but the verse continues. Until next time, keep following the light.